this is Philip and we're here to
unleash your talents. You know how talents are in us? Everyone has a talent. For some it's hidden, for some it's very obvious, but trust me, everyone has talents. And they're really the foundation for everything. Now the thing is, do we realize that we have these talents? Do we understand this? Do we acknowledge this? That's all a question of mindset. Do we actively think about, oh, I'm very good at doing this, or I can do this better than other people? This is where we understand that actually we have a wonderful treasure hidden inside us. Now, Philip, I think you have a little anecdote, so take us down memory lane.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of years ago. I didn't realize that I already reached my goal of being a trainer in adult education. I was delivering a lot of trainings back then, and I was training people in their communication skills and presentation skills and getting a good feeling for themselves and actually working on their mindset. Funnily enough, what I did not realize was that I actually reached the goal of becoming a trainer. I was working for, I think, 3 years before I realized, wait, something is missing. Something is just like not really going well. And after a lot of reflection, I realized, wait a minute, I don't have a goal anymore because I already reached my old goal. This realization struck me like really hard, and I realized I need something new. I need a new perspective. I need a new drive. I need something additionally to what I do already because I was fairly good at it, and now I wanted to have something new, a new challenge, a new thrill in addition to what I was already doing. And that is this. It is okay to have this feeling of not being happy with your current situation, but it's even more important to realize where this feeling is coming from. So in my specific situation, the feeling actually came from not being content with the situation where I was already in, even though the situation in fact was not bad, but it became bad for myself because I'm a person with the nature of challenging myself and always getting me to the next level. And that's like one key message from today. Make yourself aware where you're coming from in order to be able to go to the future.
And I fully understand what this feels like because I also felt stuck where I was. I had a wonderful career, great salary, everything should be fine on paper, it was fine, but still I felt stuck. And that's when I realized, hey, maybe I should write down what I want to achieve. And that's when I discovered that it's actually quite easy. It always sounds so daunting. Ooh, it's difficult. I don't know what my goals should be. But let's face it, this can be very simple. What I do, just as a suggestion, is at the beginning of each year, I sit down and I define, okay, what do I want to reach in these 12 months? A year is typically a very nice time frame to work on something. So that's the strategy. And then every month I review it. So I have a look, okay, what's next for the next 2 weeks, for the next 1, 2, 3 months? What are the projects that I want to work with? What are the achievements which I want to have? What are the results which I want to have? And then you're still somewhere in the middle. You're between strategy and actually doing things. And the connection, and I think this is what many people forget. Where the rubber hits the road, this is where it's about defining what do I do today to get closer to my goals. So what I did was, every evening I would write down the 3 things which get me closer to achieving my goals. And then the next morning, I already had this list ready. So I could start immediately. And I can tell you I've been doing this now for 1.5 years, I would say. It's working. I feel so much better. I feel that, wow, I can finally live out my talents because these results, these goals that I set myself, they're linked to my talents. That's how I do it. How do you see this?
Very lovely way, very easy way, and it's a nice thing to actually reach your goals in an easy and practical way. So what Philip is describing is this easy and practical way to make up your strategy, even make up your tactics maybe, and define your next steps. However, what's also very nice is to actually celebrate your milestones. If you celebrate what you have achieved after you have achieved it. It's actually very important to reward ourselves because the inner child in us always wants to have a little bit of a cuddle or some kind of caressing in order to enjoy what was achieved and enjoy all those successes.
Okay, maybe for Philip it's enough to get the cuddle. For me, this is more like going out with friends and inviting for a bottle of champagne. So what?
Whatever rocks your boat. So keep in mind, this is free territory. You can do whatever you want there. Just make sure that you actually reward yourself for it. Because if you reward yourself, you actually get a reward. Woohoo! That's a lovely thing to do for yourself.
There's not much more to say about that. It's really about understanding where you come from, where do you stand now, what do you do now, and where do you want to be. And this connection, if you see this, once you understand this for you personally, that's when you can start really figuring out what does it take for you to feel less stuck, but really to thrive, to feel like you're doing the right thing, and to
unleash your talents. See you next week.
Bye.